Morning, welcome to Talking on the Edge. My name's Scott from Overline Racing, and we have Ken Gentles from Country Racing with an Edge. And today we are at the Hastings Room with Port Macquarie to talk about the future and the unveiling of the website. Welcome, Ken.
G'day Scott, and g'day to everybody. This is Country Racing with it. Talking on the Edge 2. Of course, Talking on the Edge 1 was a really big thing for the page. We got a lot of great responses, and we welcome everybody back to number 2. And we might even get as far as Die Hard soon. We might have Country Racing with an Edge 10. Okay. So exciting times ahead. Obviously today, Scott mentioned we were going to talk about our new web page, our website, which is a follow-on, of course, from this Facebook page that we've been running now for some time, and we'll get to some exciting news about that a little later. But we've had some viewer questions, or not viewer, or people who look at our website have some questions for us today, and we're going to answer a few of those, touch on a few racing subjects that may interest you, and then we're going to talk about our new exciting website.
We do. We've got Tim Lloyd, Lindsay Coburn have asked about the staking system. We've had not a few issues, but fixed versus top tote. What do you think about that?
Well, it's a very topical question from both those guys, because I haven't been happy with our staking this week in particular, and I'm talking about early in May. We've made a few mistakes in terms of taking the wrong odds, and we're getting crunched with top tote. So we've decided to have a look at things again, as you do in this game. You live and learn all the time, and to answer their question, I've decided to look more into taking more fixed odds prices and see how that runs. And that's the reason, and we'll get to that later on as well, that we're going to put our selections up the night before. As soon as the prices come out with the corporate bookmakers, we're going to have our selections up so you can get the top odds everything. And if they go up, they go up. If they go down, well, that's good. We've secured top odds. But good question.
And another thing, Ken, we've been looking at recently, especially with all the wet weather, is the track condition deterioration of the track on race day. So yeah.
Oh, look, track conditions are absolutely key, and getting to know those tracks over the years, you sort of get to see how they play. One thing I have noticed, though, in recent times is definitely with a lot of money being spent on drainage at these tracks, they're playing different than they did in the old days. Port Macquarie, of course, used to be outside fence when it was wet. Coffs Harbour used to be outside fence when it's wet. At the moment, neither of those things are happening, so we've had to readjust our thought processes on those tracks. Grafton is again another track where you've got to get out past the middle, as we saw at their last meeting after rain. So you get to know the tracks, and you have to know them. If you're backing inside barriers on tracks that are no good on the fence, you're going to go broke.
Favourite track? I love the Scone Racecourse. It's my favourite. I love the big track. I love the long straight. Facilities are great. What about you?
Oh, look, I don't not like Scone either. I think it's a fantastically good track, and it's fair. You can run on, you can lead. If you've got the right horse, the best horse wins. Had a lot of success at Grafton. I think it's a fair track too. And I think apart from the obvious days where there's bias, which is an edge to me or an edge to us or my followers, is a fair track is great.
Another question we've had from one of our followers, Saucy Panhead, was in regards to the jockeys. He's one of your favourites.
Are you sure Panhead asked this question?
Oh, well, he might not.
You might have asked it off the record, because I haven't heard about it.
We need to chuck Saucy in there somewhere. He's probably one of our biggest fans apart from Lindsay.
He get a haircut too, Panhead. Is that him in the photo? Is that really him?
Yeah, that is him.
Yeah, get a haircut.
Okay, so Saucy's asked about jockeys and the form.
Yeah, look, well, when you say the form, it's the form of the jockeys. I think if you're at the moment in our area where we operate on, there's probably a core group of 5 or 6 who are in really hot form at the moment. Matt Padgett's one. Now, Matt Padgett, for those who just know him as Matt Padgett now that's riding around the Northern Rivers, Mid-North Coast, Matt Padgett was a champion apprentice in Melbourne and Brisbane. He was the key jockey for the Friedman stable up in Brisbane. He started off in Adelaide, and he's had a bumpy career. He had a terrible fall, went down in the Ipswich Cup, and was lucky to survive it all. But at the moment, he's in absolutely great form, so yes, follow him. Ben Lookers and Matt McGoran are both very, very consistent. People like Peter Graham, you know they're going to give you a good ride. He's been consistent over years and years. So when you see those guys that are going really well next to your horse, their name next to your horse, it gives you that more confidence.
And then that's probably like Northern Rivers, and then you go west and you've got Greg Ryan, Rachel Murray.
Of course, Greg Ryan, Rachel Murray's another one who's been in hot
Luke
form.
Cumberland's in form.
Luke Cumberland's another good jockey. But if you see those people that you know are in form, it gives you that extra boost to really be confident about your horse. And I just think it's just like any athlete, like a footballer, a cricketer, a soccer player. If you're in form, you're going to stand out, and these guys at the moment are standing out. And they are really, without being too matter of fact about it, they're pretty much a license to print money because they win the majority of the races.
Yeah.
And informed apprentices too are also a key. My young fellow Jackson Murphy's riding a lot of winners this season. He's in fact leading the country jockeys premiership. So he's a guy that if I see Jackson on one that that I like, I don't mind backing Jackson. He's written a lot of winners for us
The
recently.
2 kilo claim comes in handy,
Yeah.
especially with those close finishes.
Except he's only got 1.5 now.
1.5. Well, there you go. Website. It's website time, Ken. Unveiling of the combining the page with the website, and what do you think moving forward with that?
Oh, look, it's exciting. I guess, as I said at the beginning of this episode, me and my wife, who has got a bit of technology ability, a lot more than me, were just mucking around because I was getting a bit frustrated with the way country racing betting was being purveyed. I didn't think people were getting the right information. I didn't think it was that they were getting told how to bet. I think that a lot of the media organisations do take people for granted. They tip 3, 6 to 4 winners of a day, and the poor old punter's going to lose. He can't possibly win. So I sort of decided to do something, and it's just developed from nothing, from nobody at all interested. Like when I first went on the Facebook page with my wife, together with her, it was zero views, 0 people were interested, 0 people, and it's just grown from there, and it keeps growing, and
Nearly
it keeps
1,600. And
Yeah.
we've got racing personalities, trainers, pretty much anyone
Plenty
in
of
the region
jockeys.
that like horse racing. Owners pop on there.
So we've got a lot of people who are interested in the page, and we thought to be fair to me and to the people following it, we needed to get more professional, i.e. you coming on board. You've done a great job with all your photos and your stories, and we're going to keep doing that with the website in bigger and better ways. And obviously, both of us put a lot of work in, a lot of hours. We've tipped a lot of winners to people, and I think we've educated a lot of people at how to win punting, because only 5% of people win.
It's lower risk.
It's sort of a get rich slow. When I say rich, but it's get in front slowly. We don't ask people to go and have thousands of dollars on horses, because it doesn't work like that. It's really about beating the bookies. Only 5% of people win gambling on anything, let alone horses, which could be even a lower percentage than that. And we're winning. We've proven it now over several months. We've proven it. I proved it when I was with my wife, even before that. As you know, you were following the page back then.
So the exciting day, Ken, 28th of May, Country Racing with an Edge.
Those
Open
websites.
doors. The doors are open. Adam's hard work would have paid off.
And you've got a chance to sign up for a lifetime guarantee
For a
from
month.
that point all the way through to the end of June. When I say lifetime guarantee, you're not signed up for life. It just means you get that prize forever. It
Ever.
won't change. So
Rewarding the loyal followers.
yeah, so at the moment the weekly's $19.95, 3 monthlies $195. You get that forever, and obviously down the track, as everything does, it goes up with the inflation and the cost of living. But your price won't go up. It is dead set locked in at that. You've got a whole month to sign up for that. After that, you could be subject to variable prices.
Let's talk about the logistics, Ken. We've got the website. People are used to the Facebook page. They get their selections on there of the race day morning. So I guess for me, the night before, is that right?
Yeah, look, I'm hopeful. The absolute plan is to definitely get tips up as soon as the corporate bookies come up with their prices, which can range between 1 in the afternoon the day before the meeting or 7 o'clock.
I double check. We do a bit of a draft, don't we? Double check, make sure there's no errors.
Yes.
And then we're going to email SMS. So night before you wake up in the morning, and your tips will be there for you on your phone or in your email. Thanks for tuning in to Talking on the Edge 2 with Ken Gentles from Country Racing with an Edge. Hope you've enjoyed the show, and we look forward to presenting another one in the future. Have a great day.